Once I'm past, I slap my cheeks a couple of times. Don't do that in public, Simone. And then there's one thing that's been bothering me all weekend. Felicia. Given that she's in my class, it's pretty hard to just avoid seeing her altogether. So I need to be ready in case she approaches me. I still don't know if she thinks I stole the keychain from her. I've thought of hundreds of ways I can explain to her and how I got it, but I have no idea if she'll listen to what I have to say. If she were just some normal girl, the whole situation would be no problem. But she's not. She's rich. The phone call on the roof, driving 2 hours to come find me, the fact that she's in Arison, it's all giving me a bad feeling. Also, the things that you saw on the keychain. I finally arrived at the courtyard of my school. Game time. That's how I start my videos before I start recording. Game time. I don't know if you heard that, but I cracked my knuckles. I slapped my cheeks. Stop doing that in public. You're gonna get pulled over. And by pulled over, I mean arrested. Try to put on a normal expression and head inside. As I brace myself and enter the classroom, I see something unexpected. A large group of my classmates are all crowding around a desk over on the left side of the room. Curious, I walk over. Everyone is crowding around the desk right in front of mine, but I can't see who or what it is that everyone's surrounding. Wow, you're actually so fun. You should come to karaoke with us sometime. I never knew you had this outgoing side to you. They all sound pretty excited. As I approach, I notice Anna, who's sitting silently at her desk and leaning her head on one hand. Momentarily putting aside the commotion, I walk up to Anna's desk. Hey. Anna looks up. As she sees me, she perks up.
Hey.
Hey, girl. What's up, babe? She looks worried.
Okay?
Yeah, girl. Nothing weird happened last night. Yeah, I'm all good. Let's talk about everything some more when we meet later tonight. Simon, everything you're doing just makes people more worried about you, Simon. You just gotta give them some assurance that they don't feel like they're
All right.
like hanging on to nothing. Oh, she glances over to the crowd next to us, the concern on her face obvious. Then I hear a voice.
Did I hear someone say Simone?
Is this Felicia? Huh? That voice sounds kind of familiar. Some of the students in the crowd move away to reveal who's sitting at the desk.
Simone, good morning.
Okay, so I think I know what happened, right? Because in the USB, they were talking about replacing like mines, right? What? I'm having a hard time processing what's happening in front of me. I look back at Anna. She just slightly shakes her head with her mouth slightly open, unsure of what to say. She looks just as confused as I am. At this point, the classroom is completely silent. Then I feel something touch my hand.
What?
I look down to see Felicia gently grasping my hand. She has a concerned look on her face.
Simone, are you okay? You look worried.
Yeah, your previous mind threatened me last night. What the hell is going on? A girl interested in me? Huh? I quickly glance around. Everyone looks intrigued by what's happening, and others look very upset about it. Felicia? Felicia smiles.
That's who I am, yes. Is everything all right?
I feel like my brain is short-circuiting right now. My thoughts are completely scrambled, and I'm at least aware enough to know that right now is not the time to start asking questions. Especially with all of my classmates here. Yeah, I'm fine. Haha, I didn't get to see her face, but I'm pretty sure it was like an angry one. I decided to play along for the time being. I noticed that Felicia is still holding my hand. You can let go of my hand now. She looks surprised for a moment.
Of course. My apologies.
Not sure if I was just seeing things, but I feel like some of the other guys in the class are giving me dirty looks right now. It's really uncomfortable that everyone is still crowded around here. Isn't class about to start? I thought your desk was over by the door. That's the other thing. Why is Felicia sitting here? And although I have a bad feeling, I might already know why.
Well...
She looks a little embarrassed. Something I didn't think I'd ever see.
I asked one of our classmates, Dennis, if he would be alright with switching seats.
Thank the Lord. Thank you, Dennis. She gestures to Dennis, who has a goofy smile on his face.
He was kind enough to say yes.
Who the fuck is Dennis? Well, of course, you asked so nicely and
Thank you, Dennis.
Yeah, thank you, Dennis. She gives him a big smile. Then his whole face turns red. You're welcome. I want to scream why at the top of my lungs, but I hold it in for now. Just as I'm about to say something else, I hear the school bell ring and the teacher walks in. Hopefully he'll make Felicia go back to her original seat. Good morning, Vietnam. Everyone, I don't know what the commotion is about, but please move to your seat so we can get started. Everyone slowly moves to their respective seats, mumbling to each other. I really don't like the fact that I can hear my name being mentioned several times. Fucking Simon. Like, I didn't have a chance with her, but now I definitely don't have a chance with her. Fuck Simon. The teacher's eyes fall on Felicia. Felicia, isn't your desk over by the door? I don't know why I'm giving you this really weird voice. Please, yes, thank you. Please send her back.
Well, yes, usually it is. But I asked the student sitting there if it would be alright to switch for a while. But if that's against the rules, I can change back.
She puts on a slightly disappointed look.
I thought it would be a nice change of pace. Sitting next to the window is something I quite enjoy.
Felicia, I'm the teacher. Go back to your spot. Even the teacher is quite taken aback by how Felicia is talking. I guess it's pretty obvious to everyone that Felicia is acting differently today. Well, Felicia, I must say it's surprised to hear you sound so genuine about something like this. He smiles. As long as the other students is alright with it, I don't mind. What are you doing? If you give one student leeway, they'll all want leeway. They'll be like, oh, I guess Felicia gets to sit wherever she wants, huh? Please no. Felicia smiles.
Thank you for understanding, sir.
I hear some of the students behind me mumbling to themselves. Today is going to be a disaster. Alright, now that that's out of the way, let's get started with today's lesson. Soul transmogrification. Open your textbooks to page 341. We open our history textbooks and the teacher begins talking. Yap, mumble, mumble, mumble. Oh, I hate. Too cool for school. As expected, I can't focus at all. Now listen closely. There's a good chance this will appear on the midterm. I don't know why I said in the midterm. She's staring silently at her book, but her eyes are wide and she isn't properly holding her pencil, because she's having trouble too. I look to the bizarre side of Felicia sitting at the desk in front of mine. Simone? I can't see her face, so I'm not sure what kind of expression she's making, but from the looks of it, she's just following the teacher's lecture. Simone. What the hell is going on? It'd be one thing if she was just mad at me about the keychain thing, since at least it'd be something in the realm of what I expected. But this? Simone! Huh? I jolt up. Hi! Everyone in the class is staring at me. Could you please answer the question on the board? I look up to the written question on the board. When did the Qing dynasty end? 1901? I slowly stand up. Thanks to the fact that I haven't been paying attention a lot, I have no idea what the answer is. As I stand there awkwardly unsure of what to say, I hear a light tapping sound. I glance down to see Felicia subtly tapping a spot on my book without looking. Unsure of any alternative, I read where she's tapping out loud. The Qing dynasty ended in 1911. I was close. I was off by 10 years. Correct, but please pay more attention when you're called on. Hi. I sit back down embarrassed. I look at Felicia, who's glancing back at me. She smiles and gives me a subtle okay sign with her hand before turning back to the face of the board. She got you! She got your ass! Was the okay sign below her waist? She's gonna punch your face afterwards, nerd. I look over at Anna, who's staring at us, looking less than pleased. It's okay, baby cheeks. Not in the way I would have expected, though. I wonder if something else is wrong. Yeah. Simone, you idiot. Classes continue through 4th period as normal. Well, mostly normal. Felicia being in such close proximity is still throwing me off, and she's also made several attempts to help me during class. I, of course, have no idea how to properly respond, so I'm doing my best to just act natural. But then lunch break rolls around. At this point, I've decided that getting away from Felicia for a bit would be a good idea. I look over to Anna. She's already looking at me, and I'd be willing to bet she's got a similar idea. If we leave now and use going to the school store as an excuse, maybe we can get a chance to talk in private.
Hi, Simone.
What? What am I, Waluigi now? Suddenly, Felicia walks up to me a little closer than normal. She taps the side of my arm.
Would you like to eat lunch together?
Nah, I got plans, girl. What? But before I can respond, a group of 5 girls runs over to her. Felicia, let's all eat lunch together. There's so much I want to ask you about. They're super lively.
Well...
You have to tell us what changed all of a sudden. You look like a whole new person. It's like you are a whole new person. I bought my lunch from home. I want to get your opinion on it. Surprisingly, Felicia seems a little overwhelmed by the sudden excitement. She looks over at me with a questioning expression. Is she asking me what to do? Yeah, make friends. But seeing an opportunity like this, I decide to run with it. Ahaha, why not go with them? We can always have lunch another day. I try to sound as nonchalant as I can. Although keeping myself together today has proved to be one of my toughest challenges to date.
Okay. Sure thing.
She turns to the girls.
Alright, let's all go eat lunch together.
The girls then excitedly pull Felicia out of the classroom and into the hall. never to be seen again. Seeing Felicia flustered is another thing I don't think I've ever seen before. I see a couple of the girls glance back as they walk away. I sure hope her talking to me doesn't start any rumors. I can already see out of the corner of my eye the guys in the classroom staring daggers at me. Huh? I suddenly feel someone strongly grab my hand. I look back to see Anna. She has a look on her face that worries me. What is this? Is that like a pleading look, or is that like you fucked up? She stares right into my eyes.
We talk
Okay, I fucked up.
like now.
That's the you fucked up sign. Got it, let's go. I'm not going to say anything else here, not when she looks like this. Given that Felicia left the classroom already, we decided to stay here for the time being. The two of us walk over to an empty pair of desks at the back of the corner of the room. I sit down across from Anna. We sit in silence for about a minute. Anna silently stares down at the desk. Finally, she looks up at me.
What is going on?
I don't know. Have you seen the movie Get Out? I think it's something like that.
Ew,
I can hear her voice slightly shaken.
my head is spinning.
I take a deep breath. Like I figured, it looks like she's putting the blame for this on herself. Yeah, mine is too, but none of this is your fault. I don't know what's going on. I lower my voice and lean in closer. But let's wait until tonight. Whoa, Simone. I don't have a shift today, so we can meet at my place early. Anna looks away.
Hey, I trust you.
She looks back down at the
I'm
desk.
just unsettled right now.
I realize that this is probably weighing on Anna's mind a lot more than I initially thought. But thinking about it, it makes sense. She knows even less than I do about everything going on right now. The pressure of not understanding any of the pieces is probably massive. I put my hand on her shoulder and respond as sincerely as I can. You want some fuck? We'll figure this out. Somehow. She silently nods back at me. From there, Anna and I decide to try and remain as normal as possible for the remainder of the day. And then we'll meet at my house around 6 to talk everything over. Science and math are normal aside from Felicia occasionally interacting with me during them. Finally, the last bell rings. I quickly put my books in my bag and stand up. Even though I'm hurrying, Felicia's desk is already surrounded by my classmates. They're all excitedly asking her questions. How big your dick? Man, all it took was for her to start acting normal, and now she's the queen of the class. But I don't need to worry about that for now. I just need to get home. I subtly nod to Anna as I pass by and make my way to the door. I quickly make my way out of the school. And within only 2 minutes, I'm on my way home. Because of everything happening, I haven't really had time to enjoy the fact that I have the afternoon off. I may be a part-timer, but it's not common for me to have a shift at the bar 4 or 5 days every week. You're not a part-timer, then. Lucky for me, I only have to work Wednesday and Sunday this week. The boss usually gives more time off when I have a test coming up at school. Putting that aside for now, though, maybe I can use this walk as a way to clear my head a little. The thing that's confusing me the most, besides the major flip in Felicia's personality, is how fixated she was on me today. Our conversation by the tree the other day couldn't have been more awkward. And now suddenly she's smiling at me, tapping my arm, and she even held my hand this morning. And I'm pregnant. This doesn't make any sense. I see the tree in the distance. Yeah, you can see this tree from miles in the distance. I walk over and stop by it. You can see this tree over the freaking curvature of the earth with how thick it is. I look up at the high branches a thought re-enters my mind. I avoided asking questions earlier, but I wonder if Felicia would remember our last couple of meetings if I asked. Maybe she would pretend to have no recollection of anything. But even if she does remember, is it a good idea to ask her at all? As I stand under the tree, lost in thought, I suddenly hear the voice of someone approaching me.
Simone, wait up!
Lady, I'm a little busy. I look to see Felicia running towards me. Aw, man. I honestly didn't expect her to come after me, especially with all of my classmates surrounding her. She hurriedly comes up to me, panting a little.
Hi.
What's up? She stops for a moment to catch her breath.
I honestly didn't think I'd catch up to you.
I want to act normal, but I have no idea how to talk to Felicia. Just say normal things. Plus, I'm still pretty apprehensive about getting too close to her, so I'm at a loss. Sorry, I thought you'd still be at school. What with everyone surrounding you right after class ended? First, I had a chuckle. She laughs.
I know, right? I really don't have any idea what's going on. Today,
Yes.
everyone suddenly wants to be my friend.
Yeah, me. I don't have any idea what's going on either. Actually, I have lots of ideas about what's going on.
Usually, most everyone avoids me.
Does she not?
Well, unless they're holding a letter. Usually with a heart on it.
Yeah, like who would ever do that? Who would ever have an idea of giving a love letter, especially to like explain a weird keychain thing, huh?
Anyway, would it be alright if I walked with you for a bit?
Actually, I'm busy not walking, so it would actually be not all right. I kind of expected this question. I'm hesitant to say yes, but I can't really think of a good excuse to turn her down. Plus, this may be a good opportunity to get some answers, so I agree. Sure thing, I don't mind. Her face lights up.
Okay.
She walks up next to me. But are our houses in the same direction?
That's right. I'm not sure.
What do you... Felicia points forward.
Heading this way?
Don't point in the direction of your actual house. Yeah, pretty much a straight... Simone, there's something fucking going on. You're just saying like, yeah, I live here. You want my address? Here's when I'm home and when I'm not. Also, here's where I work too. You want to just give her all the information?
Go that way as well.
There's something... She's like either Cthulhu-y, there's some sci-fi shit going on, right? Freaking demonic rituals probably, and you're just like, yeah, whatevs. I'm built different. From what I can remember, I don't think I've seen Felicia on my way home before, but we've also never made an effort to look for her after school either, so I guess it's possible that I've just never noticed. We begin walking down the road together. I walk a lonely road, except it's not so lonely anymore. Felicia's the one to start up the conversation first.
So, Simone, are you feeling alright?
No. Huh? What do you
You
mean?
seemed a bit distracted in class today.
Yeah, there was a hot girl in front of me.
Did you get enough sleep?
Hiding my discombobulated state of mind ended up being a lot harder than I thought, especially with all the curveballs that today threw at me. I guess even Felicia wasn't able to notice. That in itself is a little odd though, considering we've never really interacted much before today. Although I can imagine that if anyone bothered paying attention, it was obvious that my head wasn't in any kind of focused place today. Haha, yeah, I guess you could say I didn't get a whole lot of sleep this weekend. I try to imply that something happened on the weekend. I want to see if I can get Felicia to bring up the incident on Saturday without me mentioning it.
I see. Lack of sleep can really affect your ability to focus.
Yeah.
Are you overworking yourself?
I don't work. What do you mean work? I don't work. Maybe I've just been overthinking things. You work. There's a silent pause in our conversation. Maybe I'll just have to mention it myself. But just as I start thinking about how to bring it up, Felicia starts talking.
About me?
Yeah. She stops walking. What do you mean? Her question catches me off guard, so I stutter a bit.
I mean, is it about Saturday?
My heart skips a beat. So she does remember. She does remember what I say. She's the one. But with her bringing it up so suddenly, I'm not sure how best to respond. That was... Damn it, I had a whole plan for how I wanted to talk about this, but I've forgotten everything in the heat of the moment.
I'm so sorry.
What? Felicia suddenly bows deeply in front of me. A full 90-degree angle bow, no less. And I don't know why I said bow. This is certainly not what I was expecting.
I know you must have so many questions.
She looks back at me. Her face looks distressed.
Let me say sorry.
Wait, what? Sorry for...
Also, thank you.
Okay, and she's back down to the right angle again. There are two big problems here. One, I've never had anyone, much less a super popular girl, bow to like this to me. Two, this is Felicia, the girl who previously would barely even make the effort to look at me doing this. To say I'm at a loss for words is an understatement. Well, you don't really have to. Wait, hold on a second. Can we take a step back? Felicia comes back up again and looks at me, still with a slightly nervous expression for some reason. What are you talking about?
Sorry. I shouldn't have suddenly shouted like that. It's just... I've been wanting to say that all day, but I couldn't find a good time to do so.
She takes a deep breath. Then her eyes move back to me, slightly more determined looking.
So, about Saturday.
Guess we're going straight for it.
I'm so sorry if I scared you.
Yeah, you did. Your doppelganger did.
I was at a business event for my father's company, and I happened to run into one of your friends there. The girl who sits next to you. Her name is Anna, right?
Keep her name out of your filthy mouth. Yeah, that's her.
She mentioned you had something that you wanted to give back to me that looked like a keychain. Well...
She glances to the side.
Keychain happens to be very important to me, and I had been urgently looking for it since last week. And,
She laughs awkwardly.
that night, I suppose I became slightly... over-fixated, shall we say, on getting it back once I heard you had it.
I realize that I'm not saying much, but I honestly don't have much to say right now.
I had one of my dad's employees drive me back here. I wasn't planning on running into you, though.
That was something that definitely stuck in my mind when I saw her on Saturday. It almost felt like she was waiting for me as I walked
As we were
home.
driving home, I saw someone walking on the sidewalk, and it kind of looked like you. So we just stopped to get a better look, and it turned out to be you.
Sure. Oh, is that right? Talk about an unfortunate coincidence for me. Felicia takes a step closer to me. She looks at me
I
earnestly.
know my demeanor that night probably felt slightly hostile, so I want you to understand that it wasn't intentional.
Yeah, I just like flashed the witch eye, the evil eye at you for no reason. Slightly is an understatement. She glances away.
We don't talk with each other very often, so I wasn't entirely sure how to approach you. And there was always the chance that the person I saw wasn't you. So I may have come across a bit stern.
Still on edge, I try to respond casually. Yeah. Maybe just a bit.
But really, I should be thanking you.
Huh? What do you mean, why is that? You found the keychain.
Because you returned something very important to me.
Does she not think I took it? Before today, I was honestly half expecting her to accuse me of stealing it in the first place.
And I know this is wrong, but could you maybe tell me how you got a hold of it?
Yeah, that makes more sense. From her perspective, it should be odd how I suddenly got a hold of her keychain, so some suspicion is to be expected. Although Felicia's expression looks genuinely somewhat apprehensive, so I don't think what she's asking is intended to be a strong accusation. But thinking about the actual way that I got a hold of the keychain, I'm a bit worried my story is going to sound made up. Just say it! I'm also not too keen on telling Felicia about where I... Oh my god. I guess just don't say where you work. I laugh awkwardly. This might take a little explanation, actually. Her expression
How about
softens.
we go get some tea for a bit and talk?
Mm,
Have a little time?
actually, I don't. Man, I was hoping to avoid something like this, but I'd like to get this whole keychain business sorted out sooner rather than later. I need to be back home by 6 at the latest, so I've got about an
There
hour.
should be plenty of time. Let's go. I know a great spot.
Yeah, is it the murder tea business, Murder Tree Hill? For some reason, Felicia has a big smile on her face. Going to a cafe to talk with arguably the most popular girl in my grade definitely wasn't something I expected to happen today. But if it means I can put all of this craziness behind me, I'll gladly go along. We make our way to a nearby shopping street. It only takes about 5 minutes to get there on foot. The street is lined with little shops and restaurants. Felicia steps in front of one particular cafe. The sign above the door reads Flowery Respite.
Here we are. Have you ever come here before?
No, I've never gone to Flowery Respite, Felicia. What do I look like? I actually see this shop all the time. Never mind, I actually go here all the time. I pass it whenever I need to get groceries or go to the bank, but I've never been inside. Cheese cooking is too good for me to want to pass it up and go spend money at some cafe. No, I've never tried this place. Is it good? Felicia
In
beamed.
that case, this will be a treat.
Yeah, all your like wiretaps are all over the place, huh?
My is incredible at making drinks.
Mayu has a second job, huh? Oh yeah? Felicia seems perfectly comfortable right now, but I still feel out of place. Aren't we going here so I can explain how I'm not a keychain thief? I thought this would be a lot more awkward, but she's pretty much just been bubbly with me the whole time. That's how they get you, Simone. She's a spy. She's probably created to be bubbly, to get you to open up, and then that's when she like stabs you with the needle. The poison needle. Felicia opens the door and we head inside. It's Mayu. I immediately can feel a change in the atmosphere. This place is super welcoming. Felicia looks at me with a smile on her
Lucky for
face.
us, my favorite spot is still open.
Yeah? All the spots are open. She lightly grabs my hand and pulls me toward a table in the back corner of the cafe. Definitely not used to the whole hand grabbing thing yet. I can feel my heart rate increase a bit, making sure that OBS is recording. It does appear to be recording. We sit down across from each other and put our bags under the table. The corner of the store that she brought us to is a bit of out of view of the other tables. If I were here with anyone but Felicia, I'd even go so far as to say that it feels cozy. I look around the table but don't see a menu. Felicia notices me looking and
I'll
smiles.
ask for a menu.
She raises her hand to wave down a waitress.
Excuse me?
I'll be right there.
Oh my god. How did I know? A voice on the other side of the cafe responds to her. A few seconds later, a waitress comes into view holding 2 glasses of water and a pair of menus under her arm. She approaches from behind me. Upon noticing Felicia, the tone of her voice changes to one of
Welcome back,
familiarity.
Felicia. I thought that was your voice I heard. It's good to see you again.
Oh yeah, Mayu? The waitress sets the glasses of water and menus down onto the table. I can't really make out her face as she's facing slightly away from me. But
How are you
something...
today?
I'm wonderful, thank you.
So, Mayu, you know her. And you were like, actually, no, you don't have a
I
chance.
feel as though I've been in a good mood lately.
I can see that the waitress seems surprised upon hearing Felicia's talk. And I bet I already know why.
Well, that's great to hear. And I also see you're not alone.
Yeah, we're on a date, Mayu.
Did
Leave
you
us
just come from
alone.
School?
I did.
Felicia's expression changes to one of slight
Everyone's
confusion.
being so friendly today, but I haven't the faintest idea
I
why.
haven't the faintest idea why. And then back to a warm smile.
But it was quite nice. I enjoyed talking with everyone more.
The waitress, still slightly taken aback, responds.
Well, I have to say you're pretty bubbly today. Maybe that's why. I can't say it's something I'm used to hearing.
Felicia looks back at her, still with a look of
You really think
confusion.
so? Everyone's been saying that today. But I can't say I feel any different.
Well, I can definitely say you look much cuter when you're smiling this much.
Mayu, she's mine. Stop rizzing her up. Felicia looks a little embarrassed.
Please, Miss Mayu, I know you're used to teasing me, but I'd ask you not to do it in front of my friend.
Huh?
Of course, of course. I'm sorry. I can't promise that I won't start doing it more now, though. I have a feeling your reactions are going to be a lot more satisfying.
Why are you being so weird, Mayu? Felicia smiles but still looks embarrassed. Finally, the waitress turns to
I
me.
apologize, sir. Felicia is a regular here, so we tend to talk a lot.
Yeah, huh?
She's acting a lot different than normal today, so
Our eyes meet. There's a silent pause for almost 5 seconds. And the big mischievous smile spreads across the waitress's face. By the way, this word, my whole life, I pronounce it as mischievous. It's mischievous. Okay? Don't make the same mistake I did and get beat up by the literature nerds.